What truly defines an American muscle car? The answer isn't as simple as horsepower or a V8 engine. American muscle cars were not born overnight. They evolved from a simple but radical idea, placing powerful V8 engines into relatively accessible American cars. Long before the term muscle car existed, early performance-focused models were already shaping what would become a defining chapter of automotive history. One of the earliest and most influential examples was the Oldsmobile 88, introduced in 1949. At the time, it combined a relatively lightweight body with a powerful V8 engine, creating performance levels unheard of for a mass-produced American car. The Oldsmobile 88 dominated early NASCAR competitions and drag racing events, proving that raw power could be delivered to everyday buyers. Although it is not officially classified as a muscle car, many historians consider it the spiritual foundation of the entire muscle car movement. The Ford Galaxy 500 is one of the models that demonstrated the performance potential of large American sedans. Versions developed for NASCAR homologation were available. The Galaxy was equipped with very powerful V8 engines. Despite its heavy weight, it delivered impressive straight-line acceleration. The Galaxy 500 sacrificed everyday comfort for racing success. This approach later inspired the philosophy of muscle cars. Its design was not aggressive, but imposing. The Galaxy 500 is considered one of the pioneers of the pre-muscle car era. Its place in American performance history is indisputable. The Galaxy 500 was one of the rare large automobiles developed for the track but sold for the street. The Pontiac Catalina is one of the early performance cars that contributed to the birth of the muscle car concept. Its large and lightweight body was developed with racing in mind. The Catalina is especially known for its Super Duty engines. These engines were very close to factory-built race cars. With the Catalina, Pontiac achieved significant success in drag racing and NASCAR. It was too stiff and noisy for everyday use, but ideal for performance enthusiasts. The Catalina is regarded as one of the most radical American automobiles of the pre-muscle car era. This model played a key role in building Pontiac's image as a performance brand. Catalina Super Duty engines are extremely rare in today's collector world. The Chevrolet Impala SS is one of the most powerful performance automobiles of the pre-muscle car era. Despite its large body, it was equipped with very powerful V8 engines. The SS Super Sport package included performance-focused suspension and equipment. The Impala SS was especially popular in drag racing. Due to its size, it does not fully fit the classic muscle car definition. However, it played an important role in the development of the muscle car philosophy. The Impala SS proved that performance was not limited to small and lightweight cars. This model laid the groundwork for the muscle cars that would follow. The Impala SS represents a critical transition point in the evolution of American performance cars. Some Impala SS versions were faster than even the more pure muscle cars of their era. The Pontiac GTO is regarded by automotive historians as the first true American muscle car. In 1964, it was produced by installing a large-displacement V8 engine into the Pontiac Tempest platform. Its initial version featured a 389 cubic inch, 6.4 liters, V8 engine, which delivered remarkably high power and torque for its time. The success of the GTO proved how effective the mid-size car plus big engine formula could be. The car gained fame, especially for its performance in drag racing. While developing this model, Pontiac executives had to bend General Motors' internal rules, turning the GTO into a symbol of rebellion against corporate restrictions. By the 1970s, increasing emissions regulations and insurance costs reduced the GTO's power. Despite this, the GTO went down in history as one of the cornerstones of the muscle car concept. The name GTO was inspired by Ferrari's Gran Turismo Omologato. Chevrolet Chevelle SS is one of the models that most clearly defines the muscle car concept. Introduced in 1964, the Chevelle could easily accommodate large displacement engines thanks to its mid-size platform. Its most legendary version, the 1970 Chevelle SS 454 LS6, was powered by a 7.4-liter V8 engine. Although factory ratings listed the output at 450 horsepower, the real power is widely believed to have been significantly higher. The Chevelle SS became famous for its straight-line performance and dominated rivals on drag strips. Its design is aggressive, yet restrained, showcasing its muscular character without excessive styling. In terms of both performance and accessibility, the Chevelle SS represents one of the purest expressions of the muscle car philosophy. After 1972, power reductions marked the end of its classic era. LS6-powered Chevelles are among the most valuable American automobiles in today's collector market. Oldsmobile 442 was one of the models that presented the muscle car concept to a more mature audience. Its name stood for 4-barrel carburetor, 4-speed manual transmission, and dual exhaust. The 442 aimed to balance performance with comfort. Thanks to its large displacement V8 engines, its straight-line performance was notably strong. Oldsmobile was known within the GM family for offering more upscale interiors, which made the 442 a more refined muscle car compared to its rivals. In the early 1970s, it reached its peak with the 455 engine option. Following the introduction of emissions regulations, performance declined. The 442 proved that muscle cars could appeal not only to young drivers, but also to mature performance enthusiasts. Despite being more expensive than some of its rivals at the time, the 442 still achieved impressive sales figures. Buick GS is often underestimated in the muscle car world, yet it is an exceptionally powerful model. Despite Buick's reputation as a luxury-oriented brand, the GS was equipped with high-torque V8 engines. Its 455 cubic inch, 7.5 liters, V8 is famous for producing massive torque at lower RPMs compared to its rivals. This characteristic made the GS especially effective in drag racing. In terms of design, it offers a more restrained and mature appearance. The Buick GS is often described as a quiet but lethally fast muscle car. Although it didn't receive enough attention in its era, its value has been rising rapidly in recent years. The GS proved that a muscle car doesn't have to be loud. It can be about engineering as well. The Buick GS could outperform many of its rivals, despite having lower horsepower figures on paper. Performance enthusiasts. Despite being more expensive than some of its rivals at the time, the 442 still achieved impressive sales figures. Dodge Charger stands out in the muscle car world thanks to both its design and its racing heritage. First introduced in 1966, the Charger immediately drew attention with its long hood and fastback body style. Among its most famous engine options were the 440 Magnum and the legendary 426 HEMI V8. The Charger wasn't built only for street performance, it was also developed for NASCAR competition. Aerodynamic versions, such as the 1969 Charger Daytona and 1970 Superbird, were so successful that racing authorities were forced to change the rules. Although the Charger was heavier than many of its rivals, its massive torque helped offset the extra weight. In the early 1970s, emissions regulations and rising insurance costs reduced the model's performance. Even so, the Charger remains one of the clearest representations of the aggressive character of the muscle car era. The Daytona versions were so fast in NASCAR that rival teams pushed for them to be banned. Chevrolet Camaro was introduced in 1967 as a direct rival to the Ford Mustang. While the Camaro is technically classified as a pony car, its availability, with large displacement V8 engines, pushed it firmly into muscle car territory. Performance packages such as the SS and Z/28 embodied the Camaro's pure focus on power. Engines like the 396 and 427 cubic inch V8S were among the most powerful of their era. Thanks to its relatively compact size, the Camaro offered a more balanced driving experience compared to many of its competitors. Chevrolet intentionally underrated the Camaro's official horsepower figures to keep insurance costs lower. In the early 1970s, the design became more aggressive, but emissions regulations soon brought the classic Camaro era to an end. The Camaro remains one of the most important models to blur the line between muscle cars and pony cars. Some Camaro engines produce significantly more power than their official, on-paper ratings. Plymouth Roadrunner is one of the most straightforward and honest expressions of the muscle car philosophy. Introduced in 1968, the model was deliberately stripped of luxury features. The goal was simple: deliver maximum performance at the lowest possible cost. Its standard use of large displacement V8 engines set the Roadrunner apart from its rivals. The interior was kept basic, with a strong focus on weight reduction. With the 426 HEMI option, the Roadrunner became one of the fastest cars of its era. The model gained massive popularity among younger buyers, and although power declined in the early 1970s, the Roadrunner's reputation remained intact. The Roadrunner name and its iconic meep-meep horn sound were officially licensed from Warner Brothers. Ford Mustang Mach 1 is one of the Mustang family's closest entries into true muscle car territory. Introduced in 1969, the Mach 1 was developed with a clear focus on performance. It stood out with large displacement V8 engine options, heavier duty suspension, and aggressive design details. Compared to Shelby Mustangs, the Mach 1 was more affordable, which allowed it to sell in much higher numbers. This model perfectly represents the boundary between pony cars and muscle cars. The Mach 1 was especially praised for its high-speed stability and straight-line performance. After 1973, shrinking dimensions and reduced power marked the end of this era for the Mustang lineup. Today, the Mach 1 is regarded as one of Ford's strongest moves in the muscle car battle. In some years, Mach 1 sales actually surpassed those of the Shelby Mustangs. Ford Torino Cobra was Ford's muscle car answer beyond the Mustang. Its mid-size body fit the muscle car definition perfectly, and the Cobra versions were developed with a strong focus on performance. The most famous engine option was the 429 cubic inch V8, an engine specifically designed for NASCAR homologation. The Torino Cobra delivered extremely impressive straight-line acceleration. While its design never reached the popularity of rivals like the Camaro or Charger, its performance was undeniable. Despite its weight, massive torque figures helped compensate effectively. The Torino Cobra is often seen as one of Ford's quiet but serious weapons in the muscle car wars. The Torino Cobra was one of the street cars developed directly to achieve success in NASCAR competition. For nearly 2 decades after that, true muscle cars disappeared from American roads. Performance models still existed, but they lacked the raw simplicity and extravagance that defined the original era. The spirit of the muscle car survived largely thanks to nostalgia and enthusiast culture. Ford Mustang GT is one of the most consistent carriers of the muscle car spirit in the modern era. GT versions are equipped with large displacement, naturally aspirated or supercharged V8 engines. Although the Mustang GT is still technically classified as a pony car, its power and performance place it firmly in muscle car territory. The rear-wheel drive layout preserves the classic philosophy, while modern Mustangs incorporate advanced technologies such as electronic driver aids and independent rear suspension, a clear departure from classic muscle cars. The Mustang GT also stands out with strong track performance. Additionally, it remains the longest continuously produced American performance car. The Mustang GT sits at the center of modern muscle car debates. The Mustang is historically unique as the only American performance model whose production has never been interrupted. The modern Dodge Charger is one of the most debated models when it comes to the muscle car definition. The main reason is its 4-door sedan body style. However, its rear-wheel drive layout and large V8 engines continue the classic muscle car philosophy. High-performance versions, such as the Charger RT and Hellcat, deliver serious performance. The Charger is one of the rare cars that successfully blends everyday usability with muscle car character. It shares its platform with the Challenger and is also widely used by police departments, further proving its durability and performance. The Charger is the model that reignited the debate. Does a muscle car have to be 2 doors? Despite having 4 doors, the Charger Hellcat is faster than many classic muscle cars. Dodge Challenger is widely regarded as the closest modern interpretation of the classic muscle car definition. Its large, heavy, and muscular body directly recalls the muscle cars of the 1970s. While RT versions come with traditional V8 engines, the Hellcat variants are equipped with supercharged power plants. The Hellcat is among the highest horsepower production muscle cars ever built. Rather than focusing on lap times, the Challenger prioritizes straight-line performance, a philosophy that aligns perfectly with classic muscle car values. Although the interior and technology are thoroughly modern, the car's character remains old school. The Challenger is often considered one of the purest modern expressions of the muscle car spirit. The Hellcat engine was originally not intended by Dodge to be produced at such extreme power levels. Chevrolet Camaro SS is one of the strongest candidates for the modern muscle car definition. The SS version focuses on pure performance with a large displacement V8 engine. The Camaro ZL1, on the other hand, produces supercar-level power thanks to its supercharged V8. The ZL1 is equipped with track-focused suspension and advanced aerodynamic packages. Compared to the Mustang, the Camaro delivers a harsher and more aggressive driving character. Although it carries significant weight, its chassis balance is highly refined. Modern Camaros are far removed from the simplicity of classic muscle cars, yet in terms of power, sound, and presence, they clearly embody the muscle car spirit. The Camaro SS and ZL1 provide one of the clearest answers to the question: can modern technology still create a true muscle car? On certain tracks, the Camaro ZL1 has recorded faster lap times than some Lamborghini and Ferrari models. Throughout its history, the definition of an American muscle car has evolved. Some models fit the formula perfectly, others challenge it. But the core idea has remained the same: accessible power, bold design, and unmistakable attitude. Muscle cars were never about perfection. They were about excess. And that legacy continues.